Greetings. Hey, it's Susie Q here, working with Quantum Healing Hypnosis Technique, Level 2 practitioner in sunny Scottsdale. I do the work of the Qhht, the Akashic Records, integration with the near-death experiencers, and also with walk-ins and psychic work and other things. Anyway, so we're going to focus on today with the beautiful Qhht going into hypnosis. It'll be 2 hours total. And so we've got two pieces, and I want it to be more interesting, but this is how I look at it. So we come off of the induction, and then we're moving into 1 hour of a past life or future life or some form of life. And so a lot of times people want to go somnambulistic, and that means a person comes into another entity or energy, and they take on the personality and the quality of the person. But that's very rare, but it's really fun when somnambulistic comes through. Sometimes people come in and all they can see is there's nothing. There's absolutely nothing. There's just black, or maybe you could just, you start asking questions like, well, what does it feel like? Or is it hot or cold? Or is there anything else? Is there any other movements that are in that black space? So all these things show up, but a lot of times people come into what's called a past life. And that past life energy is very unique and extraordinary. Not everybody has it. Somnambulistic is a huge win. But even if you're just energy, you could be just pure energy, and that's fine too. A lot of us have flown out from the body, and then we may be energy for a long time, or we may come back and have other experiences. So, but yeah, so that would be really kind of interesting if we could go into a past life, and let's just say we're working with a past life, and you might take them to one, two, three, or four different places in that lifetime. And then you might start kind of getting a little bit more guidance, and it could be related to the interview, because when that person is talking, some of these things start kind of showing up. It's almost like your Akashic records are pulling it in to get more information for the person on the daybed. So you could kind of take a look at that, moving that person through several lifetimes. You could do it through several lifetimes, or you could do it in this lifetime or past lives. Some of them go into future lives as well, but we're going to focus on a past life, not in this form that they have now. But what we do is we'll go through the whole lifetime of that person, and then we'll go into what we call the end of life. Whatever kind of way that they died. We don't focus on the death scene necessarily, but we want to pass over when a person has transitioned, in whatever way that it happened, and then we want to get more guidance after they've passed, and then that's where we get the juicy stuff. The juicy stuff is where the power is, because when you're looking at life purpose and divine, life purpose and lessons, you'll maybe get some of these guidances for you. So everything that's happening with the past lives is helping propel you. It's more information, and it's real important for you to listen to the recording just to see what was really happening. And so when we look at some of these events, after a person has passed from a past life, is we start getting a few pearls of wisdom, and some of them could even go into, maybe they go back into spirit, and then we could also start working with that in spirit and see what's next for them, or what else is experiencing these energies. So with that past life though, and moving into after the death scene, that's where we get that divine purpose and the lessons in lifetime, and it kind of moves through as continuity, with the body. So that's very, very, very powerful. And sometimes you could maybe have the person come into another. So we want to get as much information for people that are coming in, because again, through the death scene, or even through some of the stories, maybe they're still in their now life, is that they can start kind of reconciling some of the things, through the vision and what they've remembered as a child, or so we start getting even more guidance with that. But it's been really, really fascinating. So I'm going to jump now. It's about an hour that we do that with past lives, future lives, concurrent running timelines, as above, so below. It could be anything else. It doesn't even have to be on the planet, right? So we get all kinds of things that show up. For the second hour, we work with the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind, so you start receding from the body as who you are in then you become that subconscious mind. And that's where we do a lot of that body scan work. We start addressing questions. If they brought a bunch of questions, we can see if we can get some answers for that, especially if there's some body. I'm totally a body scan, person with this energy. And so when we look at the body scan, we start seeing like there's maybe several different things, and we keep that. What I normally do is I keep the body scan going as long as I can, just so that it'll keep kind of working with the energies of the body. But then what we really want to do is really see if we can get a little bit more information about what happened with some big event. Let's just say it's a body event, a big boo boo, right? A big event in the body, and then we have a whole process of going through and understanding. What was the emotion? Where is it stored in the body? Why did it happen? And what was going on? We go through all these questions, and that is a very powerful place to sit in and to just be aware if a person is in some sort of a body event. I've had people with heart attacks, migraine, cancer before or after. All these things show up, but we start noticing that there's a process of discovery about what happened, with the inflammation or something that was stored in the body. We start getting more information. So all of these beautiful bands of energy that we have through the work of Dolores Cannon, through Quantum Healing Hypnosis Technique, all of these things are helping people feel lighter in their body, feeling more admired by their quality, that they can do a little bit better on their own. So we want everybody, when we're working with these energies, we want everybody to feel like they're in charge. This is their body. So as a facilitator or practitioner, I just continue to ask these what questions. What would be next, and what would be best for you? Like what else can we do? So all these what questions come through, and then all of that starts showing up. So I think that's it for now. But that 2 hour session is a gigantic band of possibility or potentiality. And in that time, if a person is willing to go deep into a more relaxed state, feeling more calm, more rested, more, and maybe even in a meditative state, whatever you call hypnosis, right? You're just relaxed. And some people are like, I'm still here, but I'm like, well, can you move your body? No. The question is no. I can't feel my body. I can't move my body, but I'm still here. So all of these elements of the QHHT are fabulous, and really helping a lot of people heal themselves. All right, so I think that's it for now. We're going to do one more after the hypnosis session, and then we'll do a wrap up. So we'll see you soon, and namaste.